Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Baby Girl 91580 and I'm doing an LA Noire walkthrough for the Gameplay HQ.
Their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy. Wow, way too tight.
Now, a lot of these scenes we have to cut out because of copyright, and I'm not trying to get a strike. So this case is pretty cut and dry. All you have to do is chase the suspect. You don't have to stay right up on him, because if you get too close to him, especially while climbing, he can kick down at you and make you fall off of whatever you're climbing to get towards him. So when I go for this pipe up here, he actually does do that to me because I am too close. Again, when you're doing a chase sequence, the only thing that really matters is staying close enough so that you don't lose sight of the guy.
I've done my time. You assholes already screwed me once. It's over, Bowers.
Now you're gonna follow him around this corner, and that's where he's gonna clothesline you. And then you get up and you're gonna have to take him out. It's not too hard, just a normal fight sequence. Yeah, I really gotta beat him up because he made me lose my hat, so.
What you doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
So okay, the next one is Buyer Beware. We're just gonna cut that cutscene because that was a flashback to his military days. But the next case is called Buyer Beware, and it starts off with you walking down the street when you hear, and then you hear gunshots. So you run to the crime scene. So you're the first to be on the scene.
The case that you solved that shows that you have the gumption.
And again, I have to cut the cutscene. And I'm just gonna merge them into each other so that the video just, you know,
Broad daylight. Crowded street.
flows. But
I've seen everything.
Everybody stay back.
you
Let
just
us do our
basically
job.
check the body of the person that was shot. You can check his arms, his jacket, and his face. And inside his jacket, you're gonna find a layaway receipt.
See Galetta. Layaway receipt.
This is one of the clues for the crime scene. The victim is a clue, and also the layaway voucher, the shell casings, and there is a gun that I guess the shell casings came from that's going to be in the trash can near the street.
Shell cases. These look like 32s.
Here's your 32 shell casings, and the gun is going to be in this trash can right here. And make sure you zoom in so you can see the serial numbers on it.
FN Browning. Serial number 01138. I need to run it by a gun store.
Now, after you've done that, it's gonna be a guy down here in like an orange
All
shirt.
right. Yes, it's a dead
You're gonna interview him,
This
and he's
guy's
just gonna
proud
give
thinks he
you
saw something,
a little bit of
Take a
info
statement.
that's gonna help you when you go interview the
people have
girl
anything
inside
better
the
to do?
Sir,
store.
I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
Basically,
Heard the
whatever he
shot.
tells
I
you
thought it
right
was a car
here,
backfiring. I saw a girl run into the
it's
shoe
gonna
store.
help you when you interview her, because she's gonna try to lie about something,
Speak to the witness before
and
homicide
you can
arrives,
use what
Think
you
she's
got
lying,
from
don't be
him
afraid to get forceful.
as proof that she's
Don't
lying,
accuse her of
and
anything
that will
without
get
proof.
her
Lawyers
to
love
tell
that
the
shit.
truth.
And if you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach. See what you can coax out of her. Don't you people have anything better to do?
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage is her first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis. Galleta.
So you're gonna start with
You
eyewitness
think you can
account.
tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
So you can tell she's lying. So the computer is going to tell you to use the lie button anyway, because this is the tutorial.
You're lying, Miss Galleta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
And the way you prove it's lying is the layaway voucher.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Galleta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying. And tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh God, I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Possible murder suspect is the next one.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see
And
the
again,
person
you're
who
gonna,
shot Mr.
the
Gage?
computer is
Of
gonna
course I
prompt
did.
you with the right answers,
Mr. Kalu looked very angry.
because this is a tutorial
Firing the gun.
on how
Pulling the trigger.
to interview
He
the
threw
different
gun in the bin
suspects.
and turned and walked away.
So it's gonna be a doubt, and this is where when you talk to the guy about the details of the shooting comes into play.
You're making me angry, Miss Galleta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Galleta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
So this is the truth. You get this question if you get the first topic correct. So.
Well, there was one bang, and then another.
The game is very interesting when it comes to that, determining which questions you ask, you get correct, will unlock other questions. So it's a very interesting game.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Now, your next area that you will be visiting will be the gun shop. You do not have to go to the gun shop, because I've played this case a couple times and I've gotten through the case without going to the gun shop. But if you want all the evidence, it's best to go to the gun shop and trace that gun with the serial numbers that you got off of it with the shop owner.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
And I usually make the computer drive because it makes the videos go by a little faster. Plus, there is no way to put a waypoint on the map and highlight your route. So it's just faster for video sakes to let the computer just load you where you need to go for the cases.
Officer, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir. Wilshire Division.
So from
trace a serial
the last case, well, not case,
FF
but
Browning,
the scene, we were
serial
supposed to get
You don't say. Well, I
two
didn't sell it.
clues from the
Europeans love 'em, but it's pretty rare you find
Galetta
one over
lady.
here, although I did have one
She
in here a
positively
couple of
identified the shooter,
Yeah.
and she
Callew. Edgar Callew was
gave
his
you
name.
the
Thing
possible
looks like he'd never been
religious
fired, but he brought it in here for
motive.
cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
We know where we can find Mr. Callew.
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
And the clue that you got from this gun shop is you got the clue of how the murder weapon was serviced there.
Come on.
The only other thing left to do is you have to go over to Hartfield's jewelry store to try to apprehend the suspect. So when you get there, you're gonna run into the guy in the front of the store. He's gonna ask you if you want to buy anything, and he's gonna say that the Edgar guy is in the back sleeping or something.
Can I interest you in a new watch?
But he's pretty much a bad actor, because the moment he says, "I'll go back there and get him," he takes off and runs, and that triggers a chase scene. So you're gonna have to run behind this guy. And there he goes. So you have to chase this guy through stores and through streets and try to get him. I really like the chase sequences on this game. It really feels like you're doing a Hollywood movie chase scene, going through different stores and alleys and top rooftops and stuff. It's very fun. So what I'll do is, for video 3, I'll pick back up with the interrogation, and I hope you guys are enjoying it.
Edgar Callew. You're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.